All right, I am back on the garage project. All that insulation needs to go on the ceiling, but before that, I need to work on ventilating the roof here, or the attic, which involves drilling holes in each one of those blocks all the way around. Whew. One down, many more to go. And then covering the holes that I make in each block with a screen so that rodents can't get in there. And then stapling up these, which provide airflow so the air can go through those holes that I drill past the insulation that's going to go right up in the corner. Because if I didn't include those, the pink insulation would just push right up against and it would block all those holes that I drilled, and then those holes would serve no purpose. But those provide an area for the air to flow behind that insulation. And the attic can breathe. If you just completely close that off and shut it in, you're going to have mold, and it's just not good to not have a properly ventilated attic. So before I do all this insulation and get this out of here, I have to do all that stuff. So these blocks are for the drywall to screw into. So the drywall is going to go up, and then I'll have all these rafters to screw to, but then I need something against that wall to fasten it to, and that's what these are for right here. All right, things are going pretty well so far. I got these black plastic vents put up on this side of the garage, and the gap between each one of these rafters is blocked for the drywall. Here's what it looks like so far up here. Again, the air is allowed to flow there, and that insulation is packed in the corner. But when you have this here, you're allowed for airflow through that block, up through here, and up to the roof. I've never used one of these drywall jacks before in my life, so we'll see how this goes. Looks like it should be pretty straightforward, but I feel like I'm gonna have a heck of a time with stuff getting in my way. All right, there's one. Okay, one side of the garage done, got sheetrocked. Before I do the other side, I'm gonna have to go back to Home Depot, get more insulation because I used up everything that I had. That's gonna have to be tomorrow. But to finish up the day, I'm going to put the lights back up. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to drill some holes so I can mount the lights back in the spot where they were. Luckily, I marked some arrows where the screws are. Made it a little easier on myself. I didn't account for the thickness of this thing right here, so now I don't know what I'm gonna do to get those hung back up. Oh, I gotta figure it out. Zip ties, that'll do the trick for now. I'm gonna have to figure out something else for a long-term solution. So I actually ran out of time with this drywall lift. I have to return it to Home Depot, and I haven't tried to open the garage yet. I have to open the garage door to get that thing out of here, and watch. It hits that sheet of drywall and it won't go up. I'm gonna take that one down. Oh my gosh. All right, well, it doesn't hit that sheet over there, so that one can stay. But yeah, when they put that door in, they didn't account for insulation and sheeting ever going up there, because the door like goes up into that cavity between the rafters. You can watch it kind of dig in to that insulation. It like takes a stab in there. All right, I guess no sheeting from that point towards the door. I just won't put any sheeting there. Just keep it insulation. You never see it unless the door's closed anyway, so that's all right. Okie doke, sheetrock is up on this side of the garage here. Finally done with that. Now time to install 2 more lights. That's these bad boys right here. And I'm gonna try and learn from my mistakes putting those lights up on that side. It ended up turning out pretty good. I like how tight they are up against the ceiling, but in order to do that, I've got to cut into the sheetrock so the hooks can go up and into the rafters. And I made a big mistake on this side by marking out the wrong spot. I thought the light went between these 2 rafters, but it went between those. So I made marks right there, and then I cut a hole in the ceiling right there that I had to patch up. So that doesn't look too good. But it adds character. I don't think many people will notice, and if they do notice, they'll be like, hey, what's that tape up on the ceiling for? Hey, at least I got a story to tell. So I'm really not looking forward to this. It's gonna suck, it's gonna hurt my shoulders, but I have to do it. Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, let me do my best to explain what's going on here with these lights. They've got 4 hooks, and what I'm trying to do is hook these on screws that I put up here in the rafters. I got this light hooked on 2 screws over there. I got that hole cut for that box that's gonna fit right up in there. Because there's not enough room for me to fit my hand in there and get that hook situated, I put these zip ties on here for now. So that is hooked on the zip tie, and you can see how it's kind of just hanging there. So I'm gonna have to go up into the attic myself. I like attics. Attics are really comfortable. And reach my finger down, grab that zip tie with my finger, pull it up, bring it over, drop it down. This hook and that hook will get secured up into the ceiling. That's what I had to do on that side. So that's what I'm gonna do over here. Okay, here's the outlet for that light. There's the plug coming through. Might as well plug that in. And we have light. Came unhooked. Oh yeah, mission accomplished. Whew. All 4 lights up, drywall up. It's late, I gotta go eat some dinner, super hungry. Tomorrow I'm gonna organize, clean up, move some stuff around, and actually get a feel for what this is gonna look like going forward. All right, people, so I moved some stuff around in here, cleared some space, and I set up my TV. For this old one, I don't have the right cord to go from my PS3 to the classic white, red, yellow plug. So I brought this TV just so that I could have a temporary moment of enjoyment here. I want to get a classic PlayStation and use that old TV so it'd be like a throwback to playing video games as a little kid like it used to be. But yeah, now the ceiling is insulated and sheetrocked. I'm gonna do something special with this gap in the middle. I'm thinking of doing this thing where you get some bulbs that are just hanging from a wire, and I've seen people like use the center of the room and have some type of a rail, and then they like wrap all these lights and they just kind of dangle, and I can have 2 sets of lights, like the bright LEDs when I want to do work, and then I can turn on the old school dim LEDs that will be hanging down the middle. And I've got a garage now, kind of a workshop plus video game setup, so it's pretty cool. This is how the electricity is working, by the way. The lights are plugged in there, then I got an extension cord running to the TV. So another project to finish here in the garage is actually hardwiring everything in here, putting in a box with breakers and getting a more permanent electricity setup. All right, I'm very tired and sore from all the work that I put in here, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit of leisure time and play some video games. But thanks for watching. See you guys next time.